Today I'm on the stunning Spanish island of Tenerife. It's a place of contrast, from its dramatic volcanic landscapes to its wide sweeping beaches. It's blessed with a balmy year-round climate. The perfect location then for buyers wishing to find themselves a few rays of guaranteed winter sun. I'm Jasmine Harmon, and over the last decade I've helped hundreds of people find their dream homes. We've been checking up on the property market in popular winter sun destinations around the world, hunting high and low for the most incredible properties at fantastic prices. I've been exploring in Spain, Portugal and the Canary Islands. In all three places, property prices have finally gone up for the first time in 8 years. But, as you'll see, every destination is different. One thing they all have in common is, if you know where to look and how to look, you can still find amazing bargains. Stick with us and find out how. Today's house hunters are Tony and Lisa Meredith from London. After 33 years and 2 children together, they've decided they want this next decade to be all about them and are convinced that a holiday home in the sun is just what they need. Hairdresser Lisa runs her own busy salon and Tony is the facilities manager for 11 schools. Their lives are so hectic they only get to spend 1 day a week together. Now they want to retreat in the sun where they can escape and unwind.
To have a place in Tenerife will be a dream come true for Lisa and myself.
We were young when we met, then we had the kids quite young and we was always working to maintain that. We are looking forward to having lots of time together.
Lisa and Tony plan to pop over to their new pad as often as possible.
We did work it out every sort of 4 weeks we could have a week out there. So that means you've only got 4 weeks of hectic here and then we can have a whole week of relaxing.
And when they feel like company, they might just let their children, 26-year-old Tom and 23-year-old Jess, come and stay, as well as their friends.
Take the boys away and have a game of golf.
And obviously I would take the girls away and we'd have a different sort of holiday. Perhaps I'd do a bit more lying around.
They're living in a property that comes with Tony's job, so they've sold their family home and have a cash budget of £100,000 to spend.
Find us a property and we'll be there.
4.5 hours flight from London, Tenerife is the largest of the 7 Canary Islands, the most southerly part of Europe. In the Atlantic Ocean on the same latitude as Florida, it enjoys a fabulous subtropical climate with year-round sunshine and temperatures that rarely dip below 20 degrees centigrade. With fantastic modern beach resorts and stunning scenery, including Mount Teide, the world's 3rd largest volcano, it attracts over 5 million tourists a year. It's also proved a popular place for foreigners to buy, with the Brits favouring the south and the Germans preferring the north. Since the financial crisis, property prices in Tenerife have dropped by an average of 25%, compared to a huge 50% in many parts of mainland Spain. Less overbuilding during the boom years, a climate which attracts a year-round rental market and a healthy number of international owners who were able to weather the storm have all combined to keep the market here relatively protected. I'm meeting local estate agent Malcolm Lonsdale to get his take on the island's property market. How much would you say prices have gone down here since the peak?
I would say in the south of the island, you're probably looking in the region of about 20% drop. Other parts of the island, maybe a little bit more.
Right.
The prices bottomed out probably in the last 12 months.
So it sounds like people have weathered the storm here a little bit better than in mainland Spain, perhaps?
Yeah, we've got the climate here 365 days a year. Mainland Spain doesn't have that.
So what kind of people are buying here at the moment?
There's a lot of Brits, Russians are coming into the areas. Germans are starting to get by again.
How long on average do properties stay on the market for?
In the right location, a matter of weeks. But on average, between 1 and 6 months.
Are sellers willing to negotiate on asking prices here at the moment?
Yes. I always advise people to put offers in.
It sounds like Tony and Lisa might have timed this house hunt just right, and I can't wait to get started. But first off, I need to find out what sort of holiday home they're looking for. So, welcome back to Tenerife, because I know you two know it really well already. How often do you come out here?
We've been out here 3 times already this year.
Yeah, 3
You're
times.
kidding!
Absolutely love it. We've been coming out here for about 3-4 years now. We find it very relaxing.
So what are the kind of things you two like to do when you're out here?
Or
Sunbathing, eating.
drinking.
Really chill out and go for a walk when you want and
Yeah, and like I say...
No time scale, no watches.
This is the time of their life saying, no, going to calm it down.
You've got somewhere to escape to and invite the family sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes, because, so you can totally switch off, can't we?
Yeah, you just be Tony and Lisa for a few days.
So what are we talking about budget-wise?
We're looking at 100,000.
OK. And is there any room for manoeuvre in that?
There's a bit more. We can go up to about 125.
OK. And what are you hoping to see for that budget?
It'd be lovely to have sea views and 2 bedrooms.
And some outdoor space, definitely.
Okay.
Shared facilities. There was a swimming pool there, be absolutely fantastic. Golf course would be nice. But I'll get a kick then, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Well, how would you feel about being on a golf course?
Oh, fantastic, yeah. It'd be like my dream come true.
I'm not doing that caddying lark, though.
Suppose you want to be close as possible to the beach.
I'd like to be near the beach, but we could drive. That's again.
Yeah.
Again, if you've got no schedule of the day, does it matter if it takes you 15, 20 minutes to drive or walk?
I think that will open up what we can look at. On that note, then, I think we should get started.
Lovely.
Getting excited?
Very excited.
Let's go. Tony and Lisa's favourite part of the island is the southwest coast, where most tourists head. So I thought we'd kick off our search here in one of the most popular resorts, Los Cristianos. It's the perfect holiday base with 2 long sandy beaches, a palm-lined promenade and a huge choice of restaurants and pavement cafes, all just 15 minutes drive from Tenerife's southern airport. So here we are, Las Vistas Beach in Los Cristianos.
Yeah, know this area very well. We've got our favourite bar up there on the beach, and this is where we normally eat in the evenings.
And do you ever do any water sports here? Because you know you can hire a jet ski at £35 for 20 minutes, or they also have sea kayaks, 2 hours, and it's only £15.
Well, that's very good. We do like a bit of kayaking.
We do kayaking on the Thames.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah, but if we could kayak out here on the sea, much better.
I think you'll like the location of our first property. It's only a 15-minute walk from here.
That's very good.
Lovely.
As one of the island's top holiday spots, this town is also one of the most expensive places to buy. The average 2-bedroom property here will set you back almost £150,000. But on a residential hillside complex on the edge of town, we found somewhere Tony and Lisa could buy for their budget. Now, this first property we are having a look at, I think, offers you pretty much everything that you two wanted. So what do you think of the pool?
It's ideal.
I think if the family was here, they'd definitely want to have a pool
Yeah, most definitely,
nearby. We'd probably sit on a beach, wouldn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're not far, are you, down to the beach?
No, it's not far. It's not far a walk to. Actually, it has got sea views.
Now, you do have communal fees here, obviously, to maintain all the communal areas, look after the swimming pool. £60 a month.
It's very good.
Built 12 years ago, the apartment we're looking at is on the ground floor with a covered front terrace and views down to the sea. Inside, there's a good-sized lounge dining room, a separate fitted galley kitchen, 2 double bedrooms and a generous tiled bathroom. Despite an asking price that is a shade over £101,500, it's been on the market for 8 months, and the agent tells me the British owners would accept around £4,000 less, taking it inside Tony and Lisa's £100,000 budget. Now we're up here, you can see the sea all along here, and the apartment that we're looking at is this one.
Oh,
Nice. Very nice.
I like this bit. I just don't like backing onto there.
Right. It used to be a 1-bedroom flat, and it's been converted into 2. It makes it much more affordable and achievable with your budget.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's on the market for just over £101,500.
It's good.
But it's been on the market for 8 months, and the agent also says that there may be some room for negotiation, so you could get it for just under budget.
Should we go in?
Okay, come on in.
It's quite large.
Yeah, it does look quite big.
Quite deceiving from outside. Yeah.
It was previously all open plan, so the kitchen is there behind those glass bricks.
Yeah. It's very clean and tidy.
Yeah, it is. It's actually well maintained.
And all the furniture's included,
Right.
as well.
Excellent.
I feel like I'm going to rent it for a week or 2. It's not feeling like a home. I don't know why.
No, it's not grabbing me yet, no.
It's not quite the start I was hoping for. Maybe they'll warm to the place when they see the rest of it. Now, this is what is behind the glass bricks.
All right, it's quite compact.
Yes. Which one of you two is the cook?
Me.
So could you do your thing in here?
I think we'd have to make a little bit more room.
You could take down the wall and have this as a breakfast bar that you could work on, put stools the other side.
Do you two want to go and have a look at the bedrooms, give you a chance to have a chat amongst yourselves? And I'll see you outside.
Okay.
All right.
Cool, this is a little bit compact, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's got everything. Telly, the wardrobe, the bed, there's everything, but just not feeling it.
No, it's just missing something. I don't know what. So this used to be the other room to make it one big one.
One big room.
Yeah, I suppose you can get a double bed for people who stay.
Yeah, you could do.
I think it's just something not quite doing it for me.
This Los Cristianos apartment with 2 bedrooms and a shared pool is just 15 minutes walk from the beach and has everything Tony and Lisa asked for. At a shade over £101,500, it's almost on budget, and the agent says they could get it for less. But it seems it's not the holiday home of their dreams.
It's not for us, I'm afraid.
What is it that it's missing, do you think?
We can't actually put a finger on what it's missing. Just sitting here, I just see rooftops and satellite dishes. When you're in there, we're just not feeling it.
Price-wise, it's very good, very good. And I could see this apartment making someone very happy, but unfortunately it's just not for us.
Well, that's disappointing, but luckily I still have 4 more properties to show them. Coming up, a balcony with a view works its charms on Tony and Lisa.
Oh,
that's lovely.
Tone, we found it.
That's nice.
I feel like I'm intruding here.
Yeah, do you mind?
Should I go away and leave you two to have a moment? Today I'm on the volcanic island of Tenerife, helping Lisa and Tony Meredith find their dream holiday home. They've given me a budget of £100,000 to find a 2-bedroom property that they can use throughout the year to escape from their hectic lives back home. I showed them a 2-bedroom apartment in the popular resort of Los Cristianos that was a shade over £101,500 and could be bought for £4,000 less, but it just didn't grab them, so I'm hoping for more luck with my next option. We're staying in Tony and Lisa's favourite southwest corner of the island, but travelling around 10 miles north to Playa Paraíso. It's a small, laid-back resort with 3 sheltered bays, a modern saltwater Lido, and plenty of bars, shops and places to eat. If Tony and Lisa fancy a bit more nightlife, it's just 10 minutes drive to the island's holiday party capital, Playa de las Americas. Have you been here before?
We've been around the bay before.
Okay.
We stayed there for 10 days.
We did. I actually prefer the surroundings. It doesn't feel so chaotic.
And that's what it's all about for you two. You've got the Lido as well, which is really popular.
That is really nice.
It's £6 for the 2 of you to go all day. And there's a little bay just around the other side here called El Petito, where you can go and swim with turtles.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, terrific, yeah.
It just feels like a calmer atmosphere.
The property is in that development just up there on the hill, overlooking the Lido.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Let's
Definitely.
walk on up then. Despite being just a short drive from the island's biggest resorts and only 16 miles from the airport, property here is a whole lot more affordable, with prices almost 20% lower than in Los Cristianos. We are looking at a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, brand new apartment in this block here.
Fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
really. I like the area and it looks modern. It's a nice entrance hall.
No, it looks nice.
You've got garage
Yeah.
and allocated parking.
Oh, fantastic. That makes a lot of difference. Yeah.
We're actually looking at that one up there, so the 3rd one up.
Okay.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Want to know how much?
I was thinking it's getting a bit too good to be true. Loved it down on the front and it looks really modernised and I think it's going to be over budget.
Well, it is a tiny bit over budget. It's on the market for just over £106,000. But the agent reckons you could knock a few £1,000s off that, get it down to around 102.
I think that's a really good price. I like the look of it already. So I'm getting all the right vibes.
Well, let's go and have a look inside. Now, bear in mind, it is brand new and needs a little bit of finishing off. This new third-floor apartment being sold by the developer is one of 260 in the complex, which comes with 2 communal swimming pools. The living area is open plan with a kitchen and breakfast bar at one end and a terrace with great sea views at the other. There are 2 double bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, handy for when family or friends come to stay. Despite the asking price of just over £106,000, I'm told by the agent Tony and Lisa could get it for around £102,000.
Ooh. Was that a little excited squeal I heard there?
Yes.
So you've got bathroom or shower room there, and that's your second bedroom, all open plan into the living area.
Nice, very nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Look at the view.
It's much bigger than what I thought, and I know we haven't got no furniture, but I think it'd be very homely.
I'm putting the settee in.
Okay.
The telly. No, I really like it. It's so open and airy, and the ceilings are higher. And the kitchen's nice, it's got the bar.
Would this be a place that you think you could make your own and then keep coming back?
Oh, definitely. I'm here.
You're here?
I'm here.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's here with you?
Tony.
Just you two?
Well, there's a bedroom for somebody else if they want to come.
It looks big enough to have people come, or just enough right size for Lisa and me.
Come out here and have a look. Go on, go and see the views.
Oh wow.
Oh,
that's lovely.
Tone, we found it.
That's nice. Yeah, I'll see views.
I feel like I'm intruding here.
Yeah, do you mind?
Should I go away and leave you two to have a moment?
No, it's lovely. That view's lovely.
Oh, that's gorgeous. We'll see you next year then. Leave the keys, please. Bye. Bye. I really like it.
Come on, let's go and see the rest. So you've got another bathroom there, and this would be your main bedroom. You've got built-in wardrobes, and you've got lovely views too.
Lovely.
Very nice. Quite speechless. I mean, it's what Lisa and myself's always wanted. A place in Tenerife, and it's just dream come true. Yeah. So you're happy, I'm happy.
Oh, I am going to let you have a chat and leave you for a moment to think about this.
Okay.
But I'll catch up with you outside.
Okay.
All right.
Fine. It's good to have 2 bathrooms, especially if the kids come out or the friends come out. It's nice to...
Well, I mean, we can have this bathroom and the visitors can have the other bathroom, like an ensuite.
Yeah. Oh, this is the second bedroom. This is a good size.
Well, there's a good size, yeah.
Well, I expect then I've got a home.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's good. Nice finish.
It's
2 of them.
finish.
Somewhere for your golf clubs. It's lovely, isn't it?
No, it's very nice, yeah. It's just done it so well.
This is just like the icing on the cake.
This Playa Paraíso apartment with sea views, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms seems made for Tony and Lisa. I'm told they could knock £4,000 off the asking price of just over £106,000, making it just over their £100,000 budget.
Hey?
Another lovely pool.
I didn't think we could, in our budget, get an apartment like what you've shown us. Yeah, very well done.
I think because you love this one so much, we can afford to mix it up a bit, can't we?
Why not?
Before we look at any more potential holiday homes, I want to find out more about why buying a place of their own on the island of Tenerife means so much to Tony and Lisa.
It's a really exciting time because you're both about to turn 50 next year.
Thank you.
You're embarking on this new adventure. The children are growing up and flying the nest, and it must be a time of sort of mixed emotion.
I think in life, isn't it, when you meet, you build, and then you get to a stage where you think, well, you can't build anymore because the family's getting smaller, isn't it, really? Because, like, Tom's just left home. Oh. And
Is that really hard for you?
It is, because it's like an era ending. I suppose for 4, now we're 3, and then we'll be 2.
So when Jess goes, is that on the cards or?
She says 2 years.
2 years.
It's from 2021. We've never just been the 2 of us. All of our married life, it's been more than just me and you, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you feel upset about having moved on from that part of your life as well, Tony?
No, not really. I'm glad I'm glad the kids are doing it, and they're doing it the right way. You know, they're making a life for themselves, and it'd be enjoyable watching them grow with their new family.
It's really hard to switch off, to not think about being a mum and dad and a daughter and a son and everything. You think of everybody.
So what would your dad think of the idea of you having a place out here?
We lost my mum when my mum was only about 59, and, you know, they put their money away ready for retirement. Perhaps have someone in Mallorca. That's what they always dreamed to do. So it does make you realise, don't wait until you get to 55 or 60 or whatever. If you're ready to do it. And we're ready.
Next up, it's a dream come true for keen golfer Tony, an apartment right on the course.
Takes your breath away, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
Today I'm in beautiful South Tenerife with Lisa and Tony Meredith from London. For the past 6 years, they've dreamt of owning a holiday home here, and now, having sold their family home in the UK, they feel it's time to take the plunge. Armed with a budget of £100,000, I've shown them 2 possibilities so far. This apartment in Los Cristianos, on the market for a shade over £101,500, didn't excite them. But a new apartment in Playa Paraíso with an asking price of just over £106,000 was a major hit. It's going to be hard to top it, but I thought somewhere close to Tony and Lisa's favourite spot on the island, Costa Adeje, might be in with a chance. This is southern Tenerife's newest and most upmarket resort. It's got it all: superb beaches, a smart marina, a string of glitzy 5-star hotels and international restaurants.
So we are back on more familiar territory now in Costa Adeje, the most exclusive part of the southwest of Tenerife.
This is the first place we had a holiday, Tenerife, 4 years ago.
And was it just the 2 of you?
It was.
Was it?
We used to walk along here every evening, didn't we?
Yeah.
Nice stroll. You can have a long walk along here.
You've got some beautiful beaches around here as well, haven't you?
Yes, you have.
Yeah, lovely.
But this is quite an expensive area.
Yeah.
The property that I've got lined up for you is about 2 miles away.
Right.
And it's up in the Alto, which is the upper part of town.
Okay.
£2 in a taxi,
Yeah.
and there we can get much closer to your budget.
With all its holiday amenities, Costa Adeje is a popular choice for British and European buyers, and the average 2-bedroom home will set you back almost £200,000. But in a residential area in the hills above the resort, entry-level apartments can be bought for just £70,000, and we've found somewhere that I think fits Tony and Lisa's brief perfectly.
Right, so here we are, up in the Alto, above Adeje.
I think we've been spoilt by the last one in Playa Paraíso. This is quite hilly, yeah.
This is the compromise. If we want to be down the lower part by the coast, we need to virtually double the budget.
Yeah.
It's actually that one there with the white umbrella. So it's on the ground floor. So once you're here, you can literally park. There's parking allocated, underground parking, and you don't have to walk up and down hills. So would that make a difference?
It would actually, because I thought it would be the higher level one. It looks very modern. I'm a little bit more interested.
Well, it's on the market for just over £102,000.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing this side because that sort of, then you get the vibe kicks in, doesn't it?
Come on then.
On the ground floor of this 4-block complex is this apartment, which was built 9 years ago and includes use of a shared pool. There's a small patio garden at the front and a spacious rear terrace, perfect for outdoor dining with views down to the coast. Like the last apartment, the open-plan living area includes a well-equipped kitchen. Both bedrooms are doubles with fitted wardrobes, and the bathroom is a good size. The British owners are keen to sell, and although the advertised price of just over £102,000 is slightly over budget, they are willing to drop the price by £4,000 and throw in all the furniture.
Right. It is this one, the second one, just along here, but you can see the neighbours have all done something with their little front garden. Yeah. Okay. So, open plan, kitchen, living, even inside dining space.
Yeah, it's a nice apartment. It's roomy.
It's not doing it for me at all. I'm getting very sort of like the first property vibe.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. There's actually nothing wrong with it at all.
I think it's more the location.
Have you already switched off from this?
I've switched off, really.
Because of the location?
Because of the location, yeah.
I still wanted them to take a quick look at the terrace.
It looks lovely.
Oh, it is big.
Yeah, the view is still really good, and it is a really big space out
It
there.
is. I mean, this is 34 square metres. Plus you've got the garden on the other side.
The location is not worth sacrificing for this amount of outside space, is it? No.
This apartment with a large terrace, 2 bedrooms and private parking is just a 5-minute drive from the island's most exclusive resort of Costa Adeje. Despite the asking price of just over £102,000, it could be Tony and Lisa's for a shade over £98,000, but they aren't convinced.
Thought we'd just take a quick look at the pool before we leave.
Lovely pool again, you know, it's so well kept. I think we're getting spoiled.
But I think actually because you didn't know what you were going to get and you were trying to keep your expectations realistic, and maybe this has made you realise even more how much you like the property in Playa Paraíso.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Well, this Playa Paraíso apartment is still the one to beat, and I'm going to try somewhere completely different. We're travelling around half an hour's drive east to Amarilla Golf Resort. Developed in the late 1980s, it includes an 18-hole course overlooking the Atlantic and a 350-berth marina, the largest on the island, plus a handful of restaurants, bars and cafes. It's just 2 miles to the airport, and there are plenty of beaches to choose from within a 10-minute drive.
So we've come towards the airport along the coast to Amarilla Golf, which, have you heard of it before, Tony?
I have. We've drove past it a couple of times. Looks lovely.
Ever played the course?
No, never.
Well, they've got 18 holes here, and the property that we're looking at is actually on the course. How about for you, Lisa? I know this is all about Tony here, but does this location suit you better than where we've just come from?
Oh, definitely. I think accessibility, and it's easier to get to, you know, it's flatter.
Well, let's go and have a look at this apartment because hopefully it will appeal to both of you.
Scattered around the golf course, the villas, bungalows and apartments here are built in the traditional island style with white walls and red-tiled roofs. It's proved a popular place to buy for British and North European expats, and the average price of a house has dropped from almost £230,000 in 2008 to just under £160,000.
So here is the back terrace, the property that we're looking at, and there are doors from both bedrooms.
Oh.
That is your front door, but before you go in, I just wanted to show you that is your front terrace. So there, it's looking out over the marina, the sea, the Gulf. You've got that beautiful view. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, oh no.
Why?
It all looks quite nice, doesn't it?
Takes your breath away, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
It's on the market for £90,500. So it's under budget.
Really?
And the agent reckons that there's up to 10% negotiation to be done. So looking at it that way, you could get it for about £81,000.
Get Lisa to get a set of golf clubs.
Would you take up golf, Lisa?
No.
Why not? Look, if you were here.
What about a caddy?
I might drive one of them little cars.
A little golf buggy?
Yeah, I could pop his lunch out to him, couldn't I?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
sweet.
nice. Yeah.
Shall I let you two go and have a look at this one on your own?
Yeah.
All right, and I'll catch up with you afterwards.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
ready?
see you in a minute.
Built 30 years ago, the main selling point of this ground floor apartment is undoubtedly its covered terrace with views over the golf course and the Atlantic beyond. Inside, the living area isn't huge, but it's bright and airy and includes a fitted galley kitchen. There's a tiled bathroom and 2 double bedrooms, one with an ensuite cloakroom, both leading onto a pretty front garden. On the market for a year, the asking price of just over £90,000 is already comfortably within budget, but the agent tells me Tony and Lisa could get it for £9,000 less.
Oh, well. It's a nice kitchen area. Modernise it.
I think you'd have to, because there's only 2 rings there. I mean, I know there's a cooker there. It doesn't feel, you know, there's not a lot of room there. You've got the fridge, but, freezer. It's not much room to actually do anything on, is there?
But also you could extend it around the back there
Yeah.
I mean, look at the view from there.
I know, it doesn't matter what you're cooking to do.
No,
does it?
that's absolutely fantastic, yeah. That's something else, isn't it?
Yeah, that is lovely.
And you know what else is nice? You haven't got no one there.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, need a bit of changing in here.
Yeah, I'd like to put a corner bath in or something there.
Yeah, you can put a corner bath there, new tiles, new toilet, new sink. Oh, wow. Would this be the master bedroom?
What's in there?
Well, you've got a toilet and a basin. Yeah, you've got doors out onto the patio.
Yeah, I like that. You can sit there with the doors open.
Yeah.
And that sort of gives it the nice through breeze.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. I like the windows in here. It makes it feel brighter. It's feeling more like a bungalow than a apartment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Probably that's why we like it.
You can get a double bed in there. I mean, even if you push them two single beds up, that shows you how much room you've got.
Yeah.
I think it's on par with the second property.
Okay, dilemma time.
Dilemma time, yeah.
This golf course apartment with terrace views across the fairway and the sea has 2 bedrooms opening onto the front garden, and it's really worked its magic on Tony and Lisa. At just over £90,000, it's within budget, and the agent says that it could be bought even cheaper for £81,000.
That's a big smile.
I know.
Both of you.
Yeah.
What did you think of the inside?
Yeah, the property's a bit tired, but 30 years old, what do you expect? The views are fantastic. And being on a golf course, what more can you want?
I wasn't sure what you'd think of it, Lisa. Did you like it as you went inside?
I did, because I felt like it was more of a home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was more like a bungalow.
Yeah, it is like a home away from home. That's what you want, isn't it?
The price, to think that you can get somewhere within our budget is just, yeah, fabulous.
And still have money left over.
Yeah.
You are getting a lot for your money. I sort of put the cat amongst the pigeons, as they say.
Yeah.
But don't forget, we've still got one more property to see. Oh, no.
I don't know if we want to.
Up next, we might just have found Lisa's perfect holiday home location.
You've got the beach, you've got the restaurants, you've got the walk along the promenade along the front.
Having juggled work and children for most of their married lives, Lisa and Tony Meredith have decided now it's time to put themselves first. With a budget of £100,000, they're looking for a holiday home here on Tenerife, where they can spend quality time together and enjoy the year-round sunshine. So far, I've shown them 4 potential properties. A Los Cristianos apartment on the market for a shade over £101,500, which didn't have the feel they were looking for. And an apartment with a large terrace just 5 minutes from their favourite resort, Costa Adeje, for just over £102,000. But it was too far from the coast. But they were bowled over by a new apartment in Playa Paraíso with an asking price of just over £106,000, which they could buy for £102,000. And an apartment on Amarilla Golf Course on the market for just over £90,000, but available for £81,000, got a great response. So I've got one last chance to see if I can beat either of them. I'm taking Tony and Lisa to Playa de San Juan, halfway down the island's southwest coast. Built around a small harbour, it was once a typical Canarian fishing village, and although it's been developed to cater for tourists with 2 sheltered beaches, a long promenade and a regular market, it's retained plenty of its traditional charm. We are in Playa de San Juan, which is an up-and-coming area. It started getting popular about 8 years ago. I don't know if you two have ever been here before, have you?
We've been here once. We was just passing through, they got the little market and we decided to stop, didn't we?
We did. I think it's really nice.
Its popularity is down to the new man-made beach, which was only completed about 3 years ago. There are lots of nice restaurants and bars and lovely walks along the seafront. So how would you feel if I told you the property is 50 metres from here?
No way. 50 metres?
Yep.
Really?
Really? Follow me.
Local agents predict that prices here are set to rise because a new junction to the TF1 motorway is due to be completed very shortly, and a new luxury resort is being planned. OK, so the beach is right there. This is the apartment block that we are looking in.
right opposite the market square, and you've got, you know, little shops, you've got the church.
Everything's on your doorstep. You've got the beach, you've got the restaurants, you've got the walk along the promenade along the front.
Even just so with the local produce, you know, it's just, yeah, it's a nice feel.
So already before I go in, the location's won over both the other two properties.
The location's perfect. Apartment from the outside looks perfect. I think the price won't be perfect.
It is over budget, this one.
Yeah.
It's on the market for just over £122,000.
Yeah.
The agent thinks there's probably not a huge amount of negotiation to be done, but maybe a little bit. So shall we go and have a look?
Yes,
see?
let's go.
The apartment we're looking at is one of 10 in the block, half of which have already been sold. Still to be completed, there's a spacious, bright lounge with a small balcony overlooking the street and a separate galley kitchen that will be fully fitted with units and appliances. There's a master bedroom with built-in wardrobes and an ensuite shower room, plus a smaller second bedroom and a second shower room for guests. Best of all, it comes with the use of this amazing shared roof terrace with views of Mount Tady on one side and the Atlantic on the other. With an asking price that's a shade over £122,000, it is over Lisa and Tony's ideal budget, but they did say they could stretch to £125,000 for the right place.
Ta-da!
Ooh.
Oh, lovely.
Very nice, great finish, love the floor. It's just modern, it's clean,
Yeah.
put your mark on it.
The only thing was putting me off is the view. That might just be a little concern.
I knew that was going to be the compromise because you can't be this close to the beach.
That's the compromise, isn't it?
On the golf course, you've got the sea there, you've got the nice views.
But you haven't got the town life.
No, you haven't, no.
Yes, can we see more?
Yes, come and have a look at the
Move
kitchen.
over.
So this will be your kitchen.
That's a fair size.
It's all right, isn't it? And I know you two like open plan. The developer has offered to put double sliding doors in at no extra cost if you wanted to open it up a little bit more. And I think that would be really nice, actually.
Yeah, I do.
Because then you've got the option of opening it up a little bit more or, you know, having it separate.
That's a nice idea, isn't it?
That is.
The kitchen units, they're all included as well in the price.
I think it's a nice apartment. I really do. Great finish.
I'm deep in thought.
Deep in thought.
Yeah, how to win you over.
That is one of your shower room.
That's nice.
This is your second bedroom. So it is pretty much just a single.
Oh, it is quite small, isn't it? Do you think you'd get a double bed in here?
Not the way it is at the moment with those wardrobes there, no.
No.
What I would do is say to the developer, I want the wardrobes out. Or even if they were to put a couple of wardrobes along this wall, and then you could have a double bed. It'd be tight still, but you could have a couple of little bedside tables either side.
There is tweaks you'd have to do to make it what you want.
Why don't you have a look at the master bedroom and have a good chat, and I'll see you up on the roof terrace afterwards.
Oh, this is nice size, nice shape.
And what about the views?
Your view is better for me. Look, if you lay here. Look, town view. Go to the bed this way.
Yeah.
The doors open in the mornings.
It's so different from the other ones what we really like.
Don't you just love the town?
I do like it,
I know you've got reservations about the view, but this is what you're buying into, part of a slice of the life.
Yeah, you are.
You can go up the road and play golf.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not worried about that at all.
I've got to convince you.
Yeah. I mean, you like this, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I really like it.
This new two-bedroom apartment in the heart of the town is just a minute's walk from the beachfront. It has a lot of plus points for Tony and Lisa, although there are some compromises, including the asking price, which is a shade over £122,000.
How about this then for a roof terrace with a view?
Oh,
That's beautiful.
That's lovely. It's a wow, isn't it?
It is a big wow.
Tony looks a bit happier.
Yeah, it's a bit different from the breeze block wall.
Yeah. Does having a roof terrace like this compensate for not having the views from the property and not having a huge amount of outside space?
All of them things I've compromised on because I like where it is. It's Tony that we need to have the conversation together, don't we?
Yeah.
If he can compromise on that.
We've seen all our houses now. Let's talk again tomorrow and see if you've decided on a favourite.
Okay.
Okay?
I've shown Tony and Lisa 5 properties for their budget of £100,000 here on the southern coast of Tenerife. An apartment in the hills above Los Cristianos for a shade over £101,500 didn't have the feel they were after, and the location of an apartment with a large terrace with an asking price of just over £102,000 close to Costa Adeje didn't work for them. But this apartment in Amarilla Golf Resort for just over £90,000 that could be bought for £9,000 less was a big hit with keen golfer Tony. The central location of an apartment right by the beach in Playa de San Juan, a shade over £122,000 really appealed to Lisa, and they both liked a brand new apartment in Playa Paraíso advertised for just over £106,000, which they could buy for just over £102,000. So I'm keen to find out which, if any, is the one for them.
So when we left the final property yesterday evening, the two of you were torn. You both liked 2 properties, but the only common ground you had was Playa Paraíso.
We fell in love with that one. As soon as we pulled up, the swimming pools, the view was just fantastic.
Because it was new, the finish was really good. It was sort of a place you'd be proud of to sort of bring people, and you can imagine yourself at home thinking, oh, we'll be out there soon.
And then we had a special treat for you, Tony, on Amarilla Golf. And actually, Lisa, I think you liked it as well, more than you even expected to.
I did, because I could imagine sitting there, and again, the view was fantastic. It was more like a bungalow.
What did you think, Tony?
I loved it.
But for me, it didn't give me the sense. I think I'd have to get in a car to go to places and do things, and that was my biggest drawback.
You weren't right in the heart of everything, like you were with the final property in Playa de San Juan.
Sometimes you don't know what you really want until you actually see it. And there, you could just walk out, and that to me looks like the continental way of life. That's what we like, go and sit and have a coffee.
The biggest downside on that one, lovely, lovely apartment, but it was just looking out on the brick wall.
Did you two have a good chat and sort of narrow it down to one favourite?
What we're going to do is we're going to stay out for a couple more days. We're going to hire a car out, go back to Playa Paraíso, have a look round, get the feel for the place, and also we're going to go back to the golf course one just so I can get out of my head, I think.
Right.
Just to make sure that's not what we want. It's such a bargain.
See, I wouldn't go back to the golf course.
Right.
But Tone wants me to go back and have a wander around to see if that can win me over. But in my head, that's not an option. I want to go back to San Juan, and we were considering staying there a night so I can win him over.
Right. But not with that apartment?
Not that apartment.
I really hope that one way or another you two spend the next couple of days reassuring yourself, making sure you are making the right decision. Keep me posted, and good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Tony and Lisa did go and visit Playa Paraíso and Amarilla Golf Resort again, but agreed that the final location of Playa de San Juan was the right one for them. They plan to return to the area very soon to try and find their ideal holiday home.